We are live. We are live. I've actually got sunshine behind me. Shall I try and show you my garden quickly? I don't think you realise how much it means to me. So can we see? Hang on. Are we gonna see that? There we go. Hang on, let me just move the. Hang on, guys. There we go. So look at that. That is how much. How much nearer can we get with this camera? It's not going to let me go much more. Hang on. Whoa! Look. Look! Da-da-da. That is how much better the sunshine is. I don't know if you can tell from that, but guys, seriously. And that we were only allowed to cut back one half of the tree that is over our garden. The half of the tree that goes over the other garden, we're not allowed to touch. So if you look, that's all the wood pile that was created. The garden, we've got a massive. My wife has just fitted a big goal thing for the boys to play football. So obviously we've got a massive trampoline there that basically no one uses. So I wonder if they'll start using it. So as you can see, there is now sunlight in the garden. Yeah, sunlight. So I am very pleased, but obviously the luxury, that cost me £600 to have the luxury. Let's have a look. So the luxury of hang on. Whoa. The luxury of having a garden that now has sunlight cost me £600, which, come on, who wants to spend 600 quid on cutting a tree back? Not me, but I had no choice. My wife would leave me if I didn't get that tree cut because she was fed up with having a garden with no sunshine. So how is everyone? Right, let me get my phone. Where have I put it? Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca, long time no hear. Right. Where have I put the phone? Aha. So I haven't had a chance to tell anyone we're live. It's all a bit of a rush job. It's all a bit of a rush job. Going live today. Obviously, we've done two, I thought, very good videos. One thanking the channel Count Mozart. He does a lot of things, but we reviewed his Elvis videos. I think he's done two. He did a Grease one as well. He was great, and so we've done that. I really enjoyed that. I hope he watches it. Then we had Atomic Hive, which is another YouTube channel, who was messaging us on our comments, thanking us for reviewing their channel, which is, they do a lot of Elvis content as well as other things. Atomic Hive, a couple, and they've recently done a few videos with Tiger Man, Dojo Spa Guy, and Trey. They did one video on the ambulance, which I do want to cover, but it's a funny one. If I do a video covering the ambulance at the dojo, I'm going to get a bit of backlash. So at the moment, I'm trying to keep things placid, non-confrontational. I'm trying to be all about positivity, sharing the love. Like Count Mozart says, it's all about the love. All about the love. I love the fact that he made an 8-minute video promoting our channel, defending Elvis, telling people to subscribe to us, that he liked me, he liked my British accent. So I haven't got a British accent. What's he on about? You Americans keep saying that I've got a British accent. I mean, I don't have a British accent. What do you reckon? Yeah? Carolyn, do I have a British accent? What's it all about? What's it all about, Alfie? Right, let me just, what's it all about? Right, let me just tell everyone. Well, I'm not going to tell everyone. I'll just put it on the Facebook page. So, Emma, Deborah, Rebecca, do I have a British accent? What do you reckon? So Do you put it right? So I'm going to put it on there, and I'm going to put it on there. I'll just put it on Defending Elvis's Facebook page. Please join our Facebook page. It's pretty amazing. Patty, do you think I got a British accent? I don't think so. I don't think so. Ha 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 ha. I have a real southern accent. Molly Brown from Titanic has nothing on me. That's cool, Deborah. My wife just sent me a picture of Tino with his sunglasses on. Really cute. I don't have a British accent. Look, listen to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the drain. The rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain. No British accent. No British accent, guys. What are you on about? So, okay. So my plan is I'm gonna keep it simple today. I want to play some shorts. Now, I have to warn you that before I made my shorts, I was not running a Defending Elvis channel. Yeah. So some of these shorts are gonna have Priscilla in. I didn't start defending Elvis until about 13 months ago. So my shorts, which I made 2 or 3 years ago, which I put a lot of time into, each short took 4 or 5 hours to make. Yeah, my shorts are just Elvis related. You have a British accent and vocabulary. No, Matthew, no, I don't. Matthew, I did watch your recent video, Matthew. The one, what was it about again? It was about Vernon. Was it about Vernon worrying about how Elvis died? Is that the one? It was. I watched about half an hour of it. So Hillbilly Cat last night. Yeah. So please subscribe to Hillbilly Cat. Okay. Right. So at the moment, with Defending Elvis, we're trying to be all about love, positivity, and all nice, because I can't be bothered with the arguments. But we are still defending Elvis. Of course. One of these days I'm going to send me a voice message. I'll play it to Deborah. I'll play it to Team Elvis. It's fine. Right, so all I'm doing now for the next half hour is just playing old shorts that I made 2 years ago. I don't even know what they're about, but I was just a beginner. I had just learned how to edit. I just used CapCut as my editor. I don't know what's going to be said. Please don't be upset with me if some of them are Priscilla related. They probably will be. Yeah, that's it. Right, okay. Here we go, guys. So if I just move this way a little bit, make this a bit bigger, a bit more, and there we go. Let's just see what comes up. Okay, right. So welcome to Defending Elvis, everyone. There's no actual topic. We are just clicking on shorts that I made 2 to 3 years ago and seeing what they say.
I looked forward very much to going on tour with him. It was a lot of fun. I loved watching his shows more than anything. I loved being picked up from school. Just a black car would show up and I'd be looking out the window and I was like, aha, I'm out of here. He sent a car for me and he wants me to come, and I was excited about that. To go with him to the point where the 2001 intro starts. Very exciting. You know, and I'd just be with him and then I'd go sit down in my chair and make, electrified. Even though, he was my dad, I was, he was electrifying.
I've been in front of a lot of audiences, but I always get nervous. After the first couple of songs, I feel okay. But I always go out with the thought in my mind, are they going to like me?
He wanted to be bigger than life. So when the intro was going on, we would do a thing that was called Indian wrestling, where you put your legs close to each other and try to pull the other one off balance.
I looked forward very much to go.
See, I really like that. That is one of my favorite shorts I made. Now remember, guys, I want you to understand just how difficult this short was. I'm gonna talk you through it, but then we'll play a load. Remember what I do. I moved things around because I was worried about being copyrighted. So I would try and move the pictures around so that if YouTube told me off, I could say, no, I've altered it. I've moved it, yeah. Then I would find different pictures that fitted topic. So the topic of this, Lisa Marie, I went on tour with Elvis Presley, my dad, yeah. I wanted to show that Lisa Marie, it talks about dad. When she talks about Elvis, you know, obviously we see Elvis up here. To Lisa Marie, it's dad, yeah. So then I would find video clips. So then it would take me ages to find these video clips, yeah. I would be searching around on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, trying to, obviously then finding lots of pictures, yeah. Then I would bring in music. So in this one, I bring in the introduction if Elvis was in his concert. Yeah. Dum, 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 dum. Yeah. Space Odyssey, whatever it's called. Yeah. So then I would put in writing. So if you look at the top here, we've got Lisa Marie Presley, and then I start to tell a story. And it says here, Lisa Marie Presley, I went on tour with Elvis Presley. Then I then had to add wording for what Lisa Marie was saying. Yeah. So you imagine it. Then I've got to piece it together. It's in 3 sections because I did them as shorts. And it's all got to fit in that little window. And they had to be under a minute because YouTube would not let me make shorts over a minute. Yeah. So guys, it was like, these shorts were hard work. I'm going to explain it to you now, guys. Let me just... I'm going to play that one again because it's one of my favourite. And then watch what I do. Let's keep going.
Going on tour with him.
So there's the music. The music comes in. I've introduced it with Elvis holding his mic. But in the background, that looks like Memphis. I'm not sure where that is. Could be at the hotel. Let's keep going.
It was a lot of fun. I loved watching his shows more than anything.
So I slide across an Elvis picture. Now we've got Elvis in his limousine. Yeah, I think that's a very well-known shot.
Loved being picked up.
So if you look, I'm also adding editorial. So I've just written the words love going. So Lisa Marie loved going to her dad's tours, yeah?
From school, just a black car would show up and I'd be looking at.
So if you also look, there's her wording. Whatever she's saying, the captions are there. The captions of her talking. And then I've just brought in a black and white picture of Elvis.
Out the window and I was like, aha, I'm out of here. He sent a car for me and he wants me.
So you see in the background, you've got the fans from the 1950s, the teenagers all cramming, you know, mobbing Elvis. See, I've just brought that in.
Come and I was excited about that. To go.
Then we go to an old bit of 1950s footage
With him to the point where the 2001 intro starts.
So on the right side, we have very well-known footage. Elvis in his red, I think, jumpsuit.
Very exciting, you know, and I'd just be with him and then I'd go sit down in my chair.
So you see how I start to turn. I'm turning the symbols around the bit. I do that to stop YouTube copyrighting me.
Make, you know, electrified.
So I spin it in a square with the hope that YouTube won't copyright it. I'm still changing the editorial. I'm adding a storyline. So I've just said she was electrified. She was electrified.
Even though, you know, he was my dad, I was, you know, he was electrifying.
I've been in
So I'm splitting the pictures and bringing them up, bringing them across, bringing them down.
front of a lot of audiences, but
Now I bring in Elvis talking. So this is another clip I found. Elvis talking.
I always get nervous. After the first couple of songs, I feel okay. But I always go out with the thought in my mind, are they going to like me?
He wanted to be bigger than life.
So then we bring Jerry Schilling in now.
So when the intro
So if you look on the left, we all know that interview on the left and my left, yeah?
was going on, we would do a thing that was called Indian wrestling, where you put your legs close to
So now I'm bringing in a picture.
each other and try to pull the other one off
Another picture.
balance.
And then I say, thanks for watching. And then it ends because it has to be under a minute. Now let's play it in one go.
I looked forward very much to going on tour with him. It was a lot of fun. I loved watching his shows more than anything. I loved being picked up from school. Just a black car would show up and I'd be looking out the window and I was like, aha, I'm out of here. He sent a car for me and he wants me to come, and I was excited about that. To go with him to the point where the 2001 intro starts. Very exciting. You know, and I'd just be with him and then I'd go sit down in my chair and make, electrified. Even though, he was my dad, I was, he was electrifying.
I've been in front of a lot of audiences, but I always get nervous. After the first couple of songs, I feel okay. But I always go out with the thought in my mind, are they going to like me?
He wanted to be bigger than life. So when the intro was going on, we would do a thing that was called Indian wrestling, where you put your legs close to each other and try to pull the other one off balance.
Right, let me just pause that.
I looked forward very much to...
Right, so let me just pause that a minute. Right, 1 second. So Hillbilly Cat, I don't use OBS for making shorts. I use CapCut. Hillbilly Cat, Matthew, have you heard of CapCut? Yeah. So the question is, how did you get the subtitles to appear on the screen? There's a section in CapCut that allows captions. It says captions. So you click on captions and then then you click auto and it auto detects the captions and puts them on. But then where I create my own storyline at the top half of the short, I was typing it in. What my thoughts were. Yeah. So CapCut is much easier to use on a phone. Most of my editing I did was on a phone. I didn't like CapCut on a laptop or a PC. I didn't like it. I found OBS way too difficult to make shorts with or to make videos with. I just didn't like it. So I hope that answers your question. Right, let's play some more, but this time I'll actually let them play. Where are we? So, I love making them. They were very addictive, but very time consuming. I'm telling you, 4 to 5 hours per short. And I made about 2,000. Let's see what the next one is. In April 1975, Elvis Presley purchases an aeroplane. The now very famous Lisa Marie was a Corvair 880. So I need to tell you a story. Obviously, this is an interesting story about the aeroplane, yeah? Let me just tell you another story. I just want to put you up here, guys. Let me stage there. I want to get your comments up first so I can see them. So, defending Elvis Presley. Okay, let's get your comments up. Here we go. Just want to put you up here, guys. Right, I can see your comments. Okay. Yeah, CapCut is very easy, but on your phone, on laptop, I can't stand it. OBS is okay, but I find OBS, like I do use OBS right now for live streams. You don't have to, you can use YouTube, but editing isn't hard on a phone. It's easy on a phone. On a laptop, it's annoying. What was the story? I was going to tell you a story. Hang on a minute. Let's just play this. It was purchased from Delta Airlines for $250,000. And Elvis went on to spend $600,000 on the refurbishment. So my story is very simple. YouTube basically said to me, why are you not talking on your videos? Why are you just doing video clips, pictures, editing, editorial? I said to them, look, I'm altering my videos. I'm adding in pictures and videos. I'm adding my wording. Yes, I'm writing the wording. And they went, no, we want you to talk and put yourself in your videos. Yeah. They say it in a different way. They more tell you that it's YouTube rules that you have to bring yourself into your videos. So then I started talking. So this short is me talking. So in the early days of making these shorts, I started talking. I found it very nervous. I was quite robotic, very uncomfortable. So initially I start talking on the shorts. Eventually, I start putting myself in them, like you can see my face. It was a gradual thing. It took a lot of courage, guys. I didn't want to talk on my videos. I didn't want to be seen on my shorts. But eventually, I felt pressure from YouTube to put myself in, to talk, and to put my face in as well. The help of Priscilla Presley. Elvis chose every single thing on the aeroplane, including the gold taps, a personal private bedroom, and many, many other features, and chose to name it the Lisa Marie because he remembered that Frank Sinatra had named his aeroplane after his daughter. Thanks, everyone. In April 19...
Best of friends, and we always have been. Our divorce came about not because of another man.
So this one, quite a few people have mentioned this. Obviously, Elvis decides he wants to try and set the record straight concerning his divorce. I've always thought that Elvis was just being nice. Yeah, he wanted Lisa Marie to see that him and Priscilla had a nice divorce. He took personal responsibility. He blamed himself. But I've always thought this was just a front. Yeah. I also think this, once Priscilla went for the second divorce settlement, I think Elvis felt differently. Just my opinion, guys.
Or another woman, but because of the circumstances involving my career, I was traveling too much, I was gone too much, and it was just an agreement that I didn't think it was fair to her because I was gone.
So you can see what I'm doing. I'm finding lots of different clips, piecing them together. We've got beautiful Lisa Marie there.
On so much and everything. Best of friends, and we always have.
See, so Elvis, always nice, always kind, always forgiving. Elvis, in his own way, he did forgive Priscilla. He did. He was just such a lovely person, a lovely, forgiving person. It was his nature to forgive. Do you guys know why Vernon moved out of Graceland? Kathy, hi, long time no see. Kathy in Australia doing her Elvis tribute acts. Kathy runs a load of Elvis tribute acts. She has a dream life. Kathy, you have a dream life.
When we come back in 1960, I remarried. That's when I moved out of Graceland, and I haven't lived in Graceland since then. But I live, my land joined his. I live right at this back door. So we're still together. When we come back in 1960, I remarried. That's when I moved out of Graceland, and I haven't lived in Graceland since then.
So Kathy is one of us. She's one of Team Elvis. She sent me some research last night. Thank you, Kathy. I hope you're well. We all miss you. We love having you.
But I live, my land joined his. I live right at this back door. So we're still together.
Please comment and let me know.
A sea of fans
Go on then, Kathy. Tell us the week you've had.
gathered to say goodbye to Elvis's only child. As a child, Graceland
So obviously this is very sad, guys.
was Lisa Marie's castle. Later in life, it became her escape, and now her final resting place, alongside her father Elvis and her son Benjamin. After the service, mourners moved in a slow procession to say goodbye to a woman famous from the moment of her birth until the very end.
It's true, guys. From birth till the day she passes, super famous. Wasn't she? She's probably the most famous daughter in history, I would say.
At Graceland,
Since the early hours at the home, now final resting place of Lisa Marie Presley. Family, friends and fans attended the memorial service today for the singer who died 10 days ago. Her mother, Priscilla Presley, read the words of her granddaughter.
Heartbroken. It's devastating.
What a better way to come here and see some, history.
Hi guys, let's listen to Lisa Marie Presley talking about Dad, the legend Elvis Presley. Let's listen together.
So who is the dad you remember?
Just a very special, I remember him as my dad, but he was a very exciting dad.
You talk about his coming down the stairs with jewels.
Chains. Yeah, and yeah, he'd sing all the time.
So what was his schedule that you would keep?
4 a.m., sleep, go to bed, 4, 5, get up at 2, 3 in the afternoon. That was only when I was with him. When I was with my mom, she flipped me around into a very rigorous normal average childhood schedule.
Was he broken?
I think at the end. So what is the point
So sad.
in, trying to take away his dignity and
So she's talking about the Memphis Mafia now, isn't she, guys?
cashing in on it, and getting attention for that? It's disgusting. I hope they rot in hell.
And guys, I hope they rot in hell. I'm trying to keep it positive, but what can I say? What can I say? Some of these trashy books really upset poor Lisa. They really got to her. People forget a lot of these trashy books, documentaries, happened when Lisa was still alive. In fact, all of them happened. Even the Priscilla film, Sofia Coppola, that Lisa begged her mum not to be involved with.
It wasn't about he didn't want to make movies. It was about what kind of movies and what was offered. It's not like Elvis wasn't offered serious movies. I sat in a walk-in closet in Las Vegas when Barbra Streisand offered Elvis A Star Is Born, and Elvis accepted.
So we know all these stories, don't we, guys? Obviously, the Barbra Streisand, A Star Is Born. I think Matthew discussed this. Matthew, you discussed this on your video, didn't you? Hillbilly Cat.
He was thrilled. And in 2 days, it was taken away from him.
Well, if he had done that, that would have been his step into that realm, I believe.
I agree with that. I agree. If Elvis had done Star Is Born and many other things. I mean, I think Matthew's take on it is a bit different because obviously, Matthew, are you here? Matthew has a different take on that film because the storyline is someone, obviously a very famous singer with a drink problem that is on his way down, is declining in his career, and then he discovers this new talent, and then as he fades away, the new talent is introduced. I think Matthew had a bit of a take on it that may not have been good for Elvis's movie career, but I think he would have done a fantastic job. I think it would have been very good for him. He would have got an Oscar, guys, seriously.
If he had done that, I think he saw that as his chance to make, a good film and to be respected for.
And
I agree with that.
when you take away creative things to a genius, you lose them.
So, Kathy, we are 3 days out from sold out concert, and my Elvises are getting nervous and getting a bit demanding. That's all. I needed to put them in a naughty corner and had to do a lot of negotiating. That's your job, Kathy. When you're traveling around the world with Elvis Presley acts, you're going to have to do your stuff, earn your money. We do miss you though, Kathy. Right.
Elvis was a very simple man a poor boy who made good was America's dream. I think Lisa has accepted his death very well.
That's such bullshit. See, this pisses me off. You got Priscilla, shit's happening, isn't it? She may even be with Michael Edwards when this was made, right? She's going, oh yeah, Lisa has accepted his death very well. Bullshit. Lisa Marie never accepted her father's death, ever. She thought about him every day until the day she died. She really suffered. She went through hell. At the hands of Priscilla, shit happened. Yeah, so...
Her father, as in Life magazine said, her father was her father. She didn't see him as Elvis Presley, performer, entertainer, actor. That was her dad. And she has fond memories, and that's the way she's kept it, and nothing else really bothers her in that sense. She really just looks at something, let's say the tabloids, and just puts it down and goes, oh, there they go again, because they'll always probably pick up on something in that sense. That's why I say just let him rest. She has, I have.
No, she hasn't. She didn't. And these books really upset her. These trash books. Elvis and the Memphis Mafia. Elvis, What Happened? These trash documentaries, All the King's Men, all that stuff that involved close family members and friends. Even some ex-girlfriends said things that were disgusting. Even Priscilla said things she should never have said. It did bother her. Priscilla, it did bother her. You're speaking on behalf of your daughter, but you know nothing. Sorry, but that's how I feel.
The other time we were in Louisiana or North Carolina or somewhere, and he was just laying across the bed. And I had gone in, and he was laying across the bed, and I said, you know.
So here is our loyal friend, Lamar Fike. Let's see if he's going to trash his best friend.
He's not moving. I said, you know, I shook him, and I said, are you awake? And no reaction. And I said, look, and go down and get Nick. And I ran.
Remember, this is his best friend. He's sharing this with the world. This was watched by tens of millions of people. Lamar Fike, who grew up with Elvis in the 50s.
Ran down the hall and banged on the room, and Nick and I think Nick and Joe in there with something right now. And he said, well, I'll be there in a minute. I said, no, now. I said, come to us. We got a big problem. Well, at that, he ran to the door and went down the hall, and he went into the bedroom, and he gave him a shot straight into here with Retlin or something like that, straight into his artery. And boy, it was like.
Ugh, that is supposed to be a friend. What friend would share something like that? What friend would do that? It disgusts me. Honestly, it disgusts me. Lamar Fike, I know you've passed away. Shame on you.
Elvis got famous. Do you think he changed in any way at all?
No, not really. I can't tell that he changed.
I sweat more.
Now you look at a young Marlon Brando and a young Paul Newman.
So that's Marty Lacker, yeah? This is better, because I think he's promoting Elvis, saying Elvis had the ability to be a great actor. So I'm hoping Marty Lacker is going to be kind. Do you know, I watched a video. Red West, Sonny West, and Marty Lacker, did they all die in the same year? I think Red was the first one. I think he was 80 or 81. Followed by, I think, Marty, then Sonny. Is that true? All three of them died in the same year?
And a young Elvis Presley, and they all have the same facial look about them, and their eyes are almost the same, and the nose.
He found out years later how Franciosa, Tony Franciosa, Jack Lord, Paul Newman, all of them, McQueen, all of them up there was talking about Elvis Presley. They were
of course
up there doing Broadway and everything, doing plays, and they were all talking about Elvis and what a phenomenal talent that was.
And they all wanted to meet him.
Sobering Army life changed your mind about rock and roll? Sobering Army life? No, it hasn't. It hasn't changed my mind.
I always find he looks like he's trying to stop himself from laughing. Whenever I hear this, I always think honestly, he wants to burst out laughing.
Because I was in tanks for a long time, you see. And they rock and roll quite a bit.
He used to always say, I'm intensely...
Right, now with Linda Thompson, guys, I am a fan of Linda. We do have her book. She does defend Elvis. She tells beautiful stories, but she has also said many things that she should not have said. Linda, I love you. You still look great. You have said things in the past I wish you didn't say. There are things in your book I wish you had left out.
Lonely at heart.
Like in Vegas, he wouldn't go out of his room, right?
No, we never went out. I mean, the world...
So good old Larry King will do anything to dish out the dirt. Let's see what he said.
Came to him, literally. He didn't go out and venture into the world. The Beatles, everybody came to him. Everyone came to him. Barbra Streisand came to him. Everybody who wanted to have an audience with him came to him. He didn't go out.
And he always gave the public everything, right? I mean, he gave a performer. He never threw away shows.
He never meant to throw away a show. There might have been times when he didn't give all he had because he wasn't feeling well, but absolutely he put his heart and soul into it, and he loved his fans.
Pretty good for Larry King. Let's keep going, guys.
Elvis would buy things no matter how expensive it was. If he liked it, if it looked good, then he would get it. And there was a time period there where he was just going literally for costume jewelry. And there'd be rings, that would have these, big stones in it. And people would think that they were real because he was wearing it. But in fact, it was just costume jewelry. But the mere fact that he liked it and got it and didn't care, whether or not it was real or not. But that
says a lot, guys, doesn't it? It says a lot.
Was really his taste in a lot of things, too. He didn't really put a lot of value on material things. It was just really if he liked it. I mean, when you go to Graceland and you
I love that she said that.
see the jungle room, it's the same thing. I mean, it's literally shag carpet, not just on the floors, but also on the walls. And it was just his way of liking something, and he didn't care to what extent it took him. If he liked it, he got it. And some of that furniture can be considered very tacky, but it somehow.
Oh, Paul Elvis, no, it's the jungle room. Come on.
Work.
Of being told that I killed Elvis. It's a heavy load.
Because in the summer of 19...
So I'm not sure what this is. This guy really trashes Elvis. Isn't this Steve Dunleavy? Let's keep going.
77. You wrote a book called Elvis, What Happened?
That's
and
indeed.
2 weeks later, Elvis died.
Yeah, Steve Dunleavy. He's trash. I think Matthew at Hillbilly Cat has sent me a couple of his videos. I haven't played them because I'm a bit worried about the backlash. But Steve Dunleavy, he's bad news, guys. He wrote that book. He helped these guys write these books. And I think he was a big part of why everything was so sensationalized and why they brought up all the drugs.
That's right. Well, it was the 2 weeks before, when he did die. It was
All right, so this is him when he's old, yeah?
actually on the day, the official day of the publishing date. Oh, my God. I mean, once again, I mean, that's a stroke of luck or a stroke of real tragedy. And, of course, I'm not making light of it, please. And people have certainly been very nasty to me.
I'm not surprised you trashed Elvis. The damage that book, Elvis, What Happened, did to Elvis's image and reputation. Also, how much it upset him, how much... Come on. Even his little daughter would have been gutted about that book. Come on. Shame on you, Steve Dunleavy.
Book sold, what, 3 million copies that summer?
No, throughout the world, it sold 13 million.
When you wrote the book,
13 million. And could you imagine what that number is now?
Elvis was alive. So who came up with the title, Elvis, What Happened?
I made the coffee boy. He came in as he walked out the
So here's how we get the name of Elvis, What Happened, how the name of the book was chosen.
door. He just said, Elvis, what happened? Just like that.
So it was the coffee boy. The coffee boy chose the name Elvis, What Happened. Hi, Louis. Silla Presley.
What are you doing now? Just making personal appearances around the country? Is that all you're doing?
Yeah, we just touring the country, different place every night.
Do you find that touring is much more harder on you than making movies and doing TV?
Well, touring is the roughest part. It's really rough because, I mean, you're in a town and you do a show, you come off, you ride in a car, you're going to the next town.
Where do you go from here, Elvis?
I play Memphis tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night.
Boy, that's a lot of traveling there.
I'm rushed for time, and I have to make every moment count when I'm on the road. It's pretty hard work traveling the way I've been doing. I've been to a lot of places, but I haven't seen any of them, really. Lots of times, all I get to see of the city is a hotel room, my dressing room, and the stage. I don't mind the hard work. I don't guess anybody would mind it after all the good things that's happening to me. The only part I don't like is staying away from home so much.
So that probably isn't the real Elvis, but I still like it.
Elvis is the most underrated producer in recorded history.
This is one of the big arguments that he would have with Colonel. Colonel would tamper with the mixes. After he would do a session, he would tamper with them and he'd bring Elvis's voice out. As Elvis liked, sometimes he would like to blend in with the background.
Everything all right?
And have them stick out. And Colonel just wanted Elvis's voice out.
Why is that, Colonel?
Colonel was Elvis's promoter, manager. Probably meaning well, but I would hear him on the phone to RCA in New York. Marie says she can't hear Elvis with all that stuff going on.
Hi, Elvis fans. A very interesting interview here. And the question that he asks is, do you listen to your grandfather? Obviously, quite a difficult question for her to answer, but she said it was difficult because there was a lot of grief surrounding Elvis Presley to do with her mother, her grandmother. So it wasn't straightforward just to put an Elvis song on. So she goes on to say that if Elvis comes on the radio or TV, she'll listen to it, but she won't actually put it. I find it very, very touching. A very famous part of the
Sorry guys, that's the wife, you know, giving me orders.
Session, when the lady tries to run out in front. And it is said that there was 18,000 fans. A 3-mile long procession. And can you imagine being there and the atmosphere? So many people upset and just very sad and in disbelief that Elvis Presley, only 42 years old. So I find it very... And his aura comes across friendly.
So I love these old. I find every now and then I was finding these very rare clips. Listen, watch this one, guys. Like, this is quite a rare clip. This is.
And happy. And I love this clip. He's chewing gum. And he's looking around at all the people. And the way he's dressed. And his hair. And he just gives that lady another kiss goodbye. And slowly makes his way up the stairs and glances back. He gives everyone a little wave. There's Jerry Schilling. Joe Esposito, I think. And this footage hasn't been messed with. It's so genuine. I really like that. And I enjoy them more when they're like that. Thanks everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this.
So it says here 1975. I mean, that is quite a rare clip, guys. Have any of you ever seen that before? That was sent to me by a subscriber. So I enjoy those clips. You get to see the real Elvis.
Tell us about this sideburn business. When did you decide to start growing sideburns? Drawing.
So come on, guys. It's probably AI voice, but let's just play it anyway.
When I was on, I guess I was about 17. Do you have
It's definitely fake, isn't it? It's fake, yeah?
No, I mean, do you have your own house or apartment, or you and your parents? And you actually do ride these motorcycles? Do you own them?
Is it real or not? I don't think it's real.
Do you horseback ride?
Is this Christmas tree a surprise? Well, since it's March, it's a little surprise. This Christmas tree a surprise? Well, since it's March, it's a little surprise. That's the tree we used in 1957.
So, guys, what do you think? You like my shorts? What do you think, guys? That's thousands of hours of work.
We can leave the Christmas tree long enough about your tonsils and the tonsillectomy that you were contemplating while you were in the service. Did you deliberately ask that it be held off until you could get to the United States and the local doctor?
No, sir.
Or did they improve that much?
I didn't ask that. They don't like to perform, well, since it's surgery of any kind in Europe.
But I do think they had a genuine love for each other.
Oh, you can tell that I'm not doing Defending Elvis on this. I'm not even going to play that.
Morning, guys. I've put some clips.
Oh, no.
I mean, you know, all I can hope is that he is proud.
I'm sorry for anything I said before I became Defending Elvis.
Out of, you know, me and my mom and our whole family, wherever he is.
No, but seriously, guys, how many of us have changed our mind about Priscilla? Seriously, honest, before I became Defending Elvis, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue. It wasn't until I did loads of research that I then started to understand the wrongdoing of Priscilla and the Memphis Mafia. I was always a big fan of many of the people that trashed Elvis, yeah? So me running Defending Elvis is what opened my eyes up.
Does it feel like you're carrying like a special legacy in addition to the wonderful work that you've done?
I haven't actually felt that. I think because I'm a generation removed, it's been a little bit different for me than I.
See, little clips like this is what makes people get annoyed at Riley, but I feel so sorry for Riley. She's put on the spot, yeah? She never met Elvis. The way she knew her grandfather was through her mother, yeah? Obviously through visits to Graceland as well, because obviously Lisa would take them upstairs in Graceland. So it's very difficult for Riley. She never met Elvis. She wasn't with him, yeah? The love that she feels for her grandfather will be through Lisa.
I think for my mom, I think it was much harder for her, or she kind of felt that pressure more than I did. I also went into an entirely different career, so I think there's a little bit of separation. But
Sammy Davis Jr.
She admits it. There's a little bit of separation. I wonder how she feels now.
It gets this so right.
I love Mr. Bojangles. You a man, Bojangles, and he danced for me.
Elvis just loved to perform. He was in his...
Karen, you love Mr. Bojangles, don't you?
...element when he performed. He was on fire. It was like lightning striking. And it came completely natural to him. And it was what he was born to do. Let's listen to Marty Lacker talking about Elvis Presley's Las Vegas comeback.
Before he could sing the first song, the audience got up and gave him a standing ovation for at least 10 minutes.
So I think in this clip, Marty Lacker is actually nice. Yeah. Why did these people have to trash him? This is the problem we've got. All the people that trashed Elvis that were close to him also praise him. This is my dilemma. You got friends, family, exes, ex-wife, many people that knew Elvis very well that trashed him, but then also praise him at the same time.
Like, hey man, welcome back.
If you do something in Las Vegas, if something happens on stage in Las Vegas, the media picks up on it. As if you're on the road somewhere.
So high.
And something.
And then I'd likely touch down.
Happens, you know, if you split your pants or you forget words or you fall down or, you know, something happens. A lot of the times it's missed. But in Vegas, it's picked up on.
Sammy Davis.
Oh, whew. Oh, that Mr. Bojangles. Oh, Mr. Bojangles. Oh my God, I love it so much.
Was he like a really strict dad, or did you hang out and just have fun together?
He was not strict at all.
We know the answer to this, guys. Right, so we've got 5 minutes left, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this.
Yeah. Pushover? Like, did you know you could get away with murder with him?
I did. I knew because when he would sleep all day, and so I pretty much, me and my friends had the run of Graceland.
It's a rock and roll. That's what happened.
Yeah, he slept all day and up at night. So I knew that no one was going to tell me what to do because they would get fired.
But you have to remember why Elvis slept during the day. I always say, this is a problem for me. People try and talk about Elvis like he was a vampire, yeah? He had to. He couldn't hardly ever go out in the day because wherever he went, he was mobbed. Yeah, we see him every now and then on his motorbike going for a drive or something. But generally, wherever Elvis went, he was mobbed. So he had to live an upside-down life. He had to live at night, yeah? Not because he was strange or odd or lived like a vampire, because he was the most famous man on the planet.
Truthfully, a terror, to be honest, and I'm not something I'm not proud of particularly. But it was, my mom was completely the opposite. She was really strict, so it was very confusing when I'd have to go, back and forth between the two.
Right. Was he like a really strict dad, or?
You command quite an audience of women, both young and old. Do you have any preference in types of women or kinds of women? What kind of a one would you pick for yourself?
Pretty hard question because I've met quite a few that were of completely different character, and yet they were ideal, And it's going to be hard to choose, but I suppose I'll know when she comes.
I always feel like Elvis is trying to stop himself from laughing. See, look at his face, guys. He looks like he wants to burst out laughing.
Comes along.
When the fame came and the money and everything, that the most important thing to him was that he wanted to take care of his mom and dad first, because they'd had a
Guys, look at this very old footage. Elvis on my left.
really hard life. We all had in Tupelo. He bought his mother a pink Cadillac. That was one of the first things he did. Just bought her dresses and jewelry and watches, you know, all kinds of things she hadn't had before. Anything that he knew that she would like, he bought it to make her happy.
Very early on, I realized how much he liked giving people
Me and you.
things, and how much he almost spent more on other people than on himself. Everything he would get, everyone would get the same thing. He'd get one for himself, he'd get one for everyone.
I love that, love that. I know all of the music's going to get copyrighted, so I'll have to deal with that later. I tell you what, if it will be good if I did a live stream, watching Louis do a live stream. That would be fun, huh? How do you do that? How do you do that? Right, so I'm actually really enjoying this, so I might do another episode of this, playing my shorts on the Keto channel. Maybe we'll see. I'm hoping to.
When the fame came,
You create a sort of mass hysteria amongst your audiences of teenagers. You're shaking and quaking in the nature of an involuntary response to this hysteria. When you shake and you quake when you sing, is that the sort of an
I love the way Elvis answers this.
involuntary response to the hysteria of your audience?
Involuntary?
Yeah.
He's like, involuntary. It's not involuntary.
Well, I'm aware of everything I do at all times.
I'm aware of everything I do at all times.
But, it's just the way I feel. Well, I guess any artist, if the audience acts like they're enjoying it, if they act like they're with you, well, it makes you put more into it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that your rocking and rolling has had an evil influence on teenagers?
I don't think that it is. Juvenile delinquency is something that's, well, it just, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't see how music would have anything to do with it at all.
What about the rumor that you once shot your mother?
It's so ridiculous. Well, that takes the biscuit.
Well, I think that one takes the cake. I mean,
All right, the cake takes the cake. But I am not a juvenile delinquent. Like, come on.
God damn it.
If you had travelled...
There's a story that you told, I remember years ago, when you did that great interview with you and Lisa Marie on Oprah. And there was a story about that you got, not jokingly, but used to get mad at Elvis because he would buy her everything.
He would buy her a fur coat when she was like 4 years old and 5 years old. And, you know, I just didn't want her to be overindulged. I wanted her to be liked for who she was, not...
Oh my God, do I have to bring up Michael Edwards? Do I have to bring up Michael Edwards? Oh my God.
Not for what her daddy got her. This is a problem with most celebrity children today, is they're having to walk in the footsteps of their famous parent, and it's hard to live up to that.
I think he would just be so proud of the film, you know? I think he would have loved the film and what Austin's done and what...
Oh, I love this guy.
How Baz has honored him, and I think probably, obviously, being able to be with all of us would be a special moment, you know. But we're just happy to have each other here today.
Oh, I love that. Do you know what? Whoever made these shorts must be really smart, must be really artistic, and a real nice guy. Don't know who it is though. What do you reckon, guys?
This is the...
He had a very tough...
This is the friendly goats. Likes to be stroked.
We'll go out with Tino and Yasmin feeding the goats.
Ah, there's more of them here.
Like that happened to my cat. Hey!
This is the...
That's it, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go and get Yasmin from school. I am gonna try and come back and do part 2 on the Keto channel. I may even do a dog walk on the Elvis Presley long lost footage. So I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Thousands of hours of works making these shorts. I really enjoyed them. I actually really, really enjoyed that. That was a really nice hour for me to share with Team Elvis. Loved it, and I'm on a high today. We've had 2 channels, Count Mozart and Atomic Hive, praising our channel, praising Defending Elvis. I like to think we are on a better path at the moment. More of a let's share the love, more positivity. I like to think that's where we are going, but we will still defend. We will still defend. Yeah. Okay, guys, gotta go. Love you all. Thank you for joining me. Thanks, Patty. Thanks to everyone. Thanks, Kathy, for joining us. Kathy, we always think of you. You know that, Kathy. Keep having that dream life that you've got, that we're all envious of, that you have. We will always have a place for you here with us at Team Elvis. You rock, Kathy. Taking care of business. Tender love and care. See you, everyone. Thanks all of you for joining.